It's not every day you hear about someone getting turned away from Kris Jenner's mansion. But when that someone is Meghan Markle and she shows up uninvited, you better believe it's going to make noise. Big noise. No warning. No text. No heads up. Just Meghan, former royal, current Hollywood ? Pulling up like she still runs the show. But the show has changed, and Hollywood doesn't hand out guest passes based on past titles, especially not at Kris Jenner's gate. Here's the scene. Meghan thinks she can finesse her way into one of the most tightly guarded empires in celebrity history. She pulls what insiders are calling a friendly drop-by. Except, security didn't get the memo. Because there wasn't one. Her name wasn't on the list, her face might be on magazines, but that doesn't mean it gets her past the front door. And when Kris Jenner's security turns you around, it's not subtle. It's a message, loud and clear. You're not part of this circle. And let's not pretend this was just a social visit. Meghan doesn't do casual. Every move has intent. Every public appearance is part of a broader play. She's been orbiting the Kardashian-Jenner world for a while, liking posts, tagging accounts, sending signals of a mutual vibe. But Kris plays chess, not checkers. She sees the game before you make your first move, and when you try to shortcut your way in, it doesn't sit right. Especially not when the optics are screaming. Meghan's been chasing relevance like it's slipping through her fingers. And maybe it is, since walking away from royal duties with Harry, she's tried everything. Activism, production deals, podcasts, red carpet moments, but none of it has truly landed. Not the way she wanted, not with staying power. And now, this. Showing up unannounced at Kris Jenner's house like she's still got that glow. That's not strategy. That's desperation. Because here's the truth. Meghan's struggling to find a space that fits. The palace is behind her. The British public? Over it. And Hollywood? Hollywood has rules. You don't just step into the Kardashian fold because you want to. That family built an empire by curating every single person allowed in their sphere. It's not about fame, it's about control. And Kris Jenner has mastered the art of knowing who adds value and who brings baggage. Let's be honest, Meghan doesn't just bring baggage, she brings headlines, controversy, a reputation shifting from misunderstood to messy. There was a time when being a royal gave her a golden pass. That pass has expired, and people are treating her accordingly. No more guaranteed front row seats, no more just because invitations, and definitely no more surprise visits. It's not just that she got blocked, it's what it represents. Meghan knocking on doors that don't open anymore. The woman who once had a global spotlight is now trying to borrow light from people who don't need her. She's moving like someone clinging to the edge of relevance, hoping someone, anyone, will pull her back in. But that's not how this works. Not here. Not in Kris Jenner's world. Because Kris isn't just a reality TV mom, she's a brand gatekeeper. She knows what adds to the empire and what risks dragging it down. And right now, Meghan looks like a PR liability with no clear upside. The kind of wild card you don't let through the door without asking what she wants and what it'll cost. And if you show up without asking, you don't get in. You get turned away. Hard. Hollywood doesn't forget moves like this. When someone shows up to Kris Jenner's gate without an invite, the whispers don't stay whispers for long. People talk. Executives, PR teams, agents, assistants, and the word getting around, Meghan's not just fumbling the bag, she doesn't even know where the bag is anymore. It's like she's playing a game where everyone else knows the rules, and she's still thinking her title is the entry ticket. What makes it worse? She's juggling two identities at once. On one hand, humanitarian Meghan, mental health, feminism, racial injustice. On the other, Hollywood Meghan, sliding into DMs, tagging Kardashians, angling for a group vacation spot. Oil and water. The two don't mix, and people are noticing the contradiction. It's not that she can't be both royal and relevant, serious and social. It's that her execution is off. Really off. She's moving like someone more concerned about being seen in the right circles than building something of substance. And when that's the vibe, Hollywood checks out. Nobody likes try-hard energy here. Especially not from someone who used to be above a fall from grace. It's brutal. And this Kris Jenner episode, it's just another brick in the wall being built around her. Behind closed doors, people are laughing, not cruelly, but in that Hollywood way where they smile in public and pass memes in private. Meghan's become the punchline to a joke she doesn't know she's in. And the worst part, she's still playing it straight, still acting like the next move will fix everything. But nothing is fixing anything right now. Her PR game is off, her connections are thinning, and her strategy, if there is one, is giving scattered energy. One week, she's hinting at a political run. The next, tagging Kylie Jenner in Instagram stories. That's not versatility, that's a lack of direction. And in this town, direction is everything. You don't need to be popular, you need to be predictable in your brand. And Meghan, at this point, is neither. Then there's Harry. His face says more than any press statement ever could. Every time Meghan steps into another mess, he's left holding the fallout. He traded royal life for freedom. But this isn't freedom. This is chaos with a California zip code. Friends who stuck around after the palace exit are reportedly worried, not just about his image, but his peace, his purpose, his long-term role in whatever this is becoming. Because right now, it doesn't feel like a joint vision. It feels like Meghan dragging them both through endless social gambles, hoping one pays off. But instead of wins, it's just more headlines, more distance from the life they thought they were choosing. More locked doors. You can feel the shift. Meghan isn't seen as a disruptor anymore. She's seen as a liability. And Kris Jenner, she's not in the business of dealing with uncertainty. She's in the business of control, image, and consistency. So when someone like Meghan shows up, unannounced, unpredictable, potentially messy, it's not just about turning her away. It's about protecting the empire. And that empire does not make room for chaos. Harry looks like a man stuck in a reality he didn't sign up for. When he left the royal family, the world thought he was reclaiming his voice. But now, that voice is barely heard over the noise Meghan keeps creating. Every bold headline with her name drags his name behind it like luggage. He's not the star of this story anymore. He's the co-star in a drama that keeps airing episodes nobody asked for. And that's the real tragedy. Harry had a shot at reinventing himself. But Meghan's chase for Hollywood relevance has turned that clean break into a muddy mess. Now, people aren't asking what Harry's doing with his freedom. They're asking how long he can keep cleaning up after Meghan's missteps before something finally gives. There are quiet murmurs in their circle. Friends who once supported them now keeping their distance. Not out of hate, out of fatigue. Because it's draining watching someone you care about stuck in a spiral, repeating the same patterns. Meghan's not just burning bridges anymore, she's turning them into bonfires. And Harry's name gets singed every time. The saddest part, she still doesn't see it. Tagging celebrities, making surprise appearances, pushing narratives that don't stick. It's like she's stuck in a fantasy where name dropping is still currency. But in today's Hollywood, nobody gives out relevance for free. You have to bring value. You have to build something real. And Meghan's still acting like being Meghan is enough. The public sees through it now. The facade is cracking. And while there have always been critics, now the silence from her defenders is louder than the hate. Even the press is shifting, from intrigue to exhaustion, curiosity to cringe. The sympathy is fading, replaced by, we've seen this before. This latest Kris Jenner stunt made it worse, because now it's not just about Meghan chasing fame. It's about her being denied access by the very people she's trying to align with. It's no longer speculation, it's rejection. And in Hollywood, rejection is loud, even when it's silent. When doors don't open, everyone notices. For Meghan, this is a turning point, whether she realizes it or not. The clout by association strategy isn't working. The recycled PR formulas aren't landing. If she wants to stay in the game, she has to rebuild from the ground up. Not with headlines. Not with Instagram posts, with something real, earned. But the clock is ticking. And in this town, when people stop caring, they don't tell you. They just move on. That's the danger Meghan's flirting with now, irrelevance. Not infamy, not criticism, just quiet, indifferent irrelevance. The kind no royal shine can undo. As for Harry, people are watching closely. Every move, every trip without Meghan, every expression. Not because he's a royal, but because there's a question nobody wants to say out loud. How long can he keep going like this? Meghan wanted a spotlight, but the one she's in now isn't flattering. It's harsh, revealing, unfiltered. And unless something changes, something drastic, she'll keep spiraling. And Harry, he might be the one forced to find the exit, just to survive the fallout.